Welcome to A's Linguistics. This channel is about all things linguistic. So let's see what we've got today. We have already covered derivation and inflection in previous videos and briefly touched upon the topic of derivational morphology. But today, I'm going to talk about derivational morphemes as a word formation process. We have talked about derivation, and this might be some sort of review. Derivational morphemes are morphemes with which you can create new words out of the existing bases. Words may be added to a language through derivational morphemes. The addition of words by using derivational morphemes is called derivational morphology. For example, the word solid as an adjective. I can add ify and create the word solidify, which is a verb, right? Is a derivational morpheme. This process is derivational morphology. This is a morphological rule that explains how the word solidify is created. Every derivational morpheme has its own morphological rule that tells you how it's added. Again, in layman terms, if somebody asks, how do we create words? There are several ways with which we create words. One of them is using derivational morphemes. So we are creating a new word, which is the verb, out of an existing word, which is solid. For example, intense is an adjective. You can add ify to create intensify, which is also a verb. Examples of other derivational morphemes. For example, verbal in English is an adjective. We can add the suffix verbalize. How about realize, or legalize, or moralize, or mobilize? You can see that based on these two derivational morphemes, if you have an adjective in English and you want to create a verb, so far, based on this short introduction to derivational morphology, you have two options already. You can say solidify and intensify, but when it comes to verbal or real or legal or moral or mobile, you say mobilize, moralize, legalize, realize, or even rationalize. But potentially, there is nothing that stops you from saying solidize or intensize, realify, or legalify. Those words don't exist in English, but they are potential words. But for some reason, certain adjectives have been combined with certain suffixes, may be phonologically constrained. So I want to mention some other words like haste. It's a noun. You can create the verb hasten. Vaccine is a noun. You can create vaccinate, verb. Brand is a noun. You can create the verb brandish. So ish can be used to create a verb. Short is an adjective. You can create shortness, noun, by adding ness. So in order to be familiar with the language of derivational morphology, for example, in the case of hasten, en at the end of hasten is a verb suffix. It means it gives you a verb. And vaccinate, ate, is a verb suffix. Brandish, ish is verb suffix. Shortness, ness is a noun suffix. But you could say girl, noun, and then girlish. So we have another ish, which is an adjective suffix. And then we have solid, adjective. We have solidity, which is a noun. So ity is a noun suffix. We have cure, verb, and curable, adjective. So able is an adjective suffix. Accuse, verb. You can have accusatory, adjective. So All of these words are created by using derivational morphemes, and the process is derivational morphology. So the resulting word is called a derived word. Derived words may or may not have undergone word class change. In these cases, they did. But let me give you examples in which the derived words are the same word class as the word from which they are derived. Friend and friendship both are nouns. Human and humanity, lock and unlock, adequate and inadequate. As you see, in some of these cases, like unlock, redo, and inadequate, we are dealing with prefixes. Prefixes are actually usually like that. So they're class maintaining, they're not class changing. Thanks for your time and attention, and see you again soon.